Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the world. May the peace and blessing of Allah be upon the Prophet. This is another lesson on TAJWEED, in which we want to see examples of some kalimat, mufradat, some words or phrases in the Quran that have speciality whenever we want to recite them. So reciting them in the way we are going to mention is a way of moving closer to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, that yatlunahu haqqa tilawati, that the believers are those that read the Quran the way it ought to be recited, as recited by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And here we can have, these are about 8 mufradat. These 8 places we have to take cognizance of them very well whenever we are reciting the Quran. And this one is the first one, which can be found in Surah Al-Anbiya. That is Quran chapter 21 verse 88. So if you want to study this, you can open your Quran to that portion of the Quran. Then this is found at Surah Al-Ahzab, Quran chapter 46. Then you can find it at the 1 to 5, I think the 3rd verse of the surah. Then this is Bismillahi Majreha. This can be found in Surah Hud, Quran chapter 11 verse 41. Why this one is found in Surah Fussilat, in Surah Fussilat, and that is Surah Fussilat, and that is verse 44 of Quran chapter 41. Surah Fussilat, Quran 41 verse 44. So we can open that. Why this one is found in Surah Yusuf, Quran chapter 12 verse 11. Then this one is found in Surah Al-Hujurat, Then Aw-Rahbaniyya, this is in Surah Al-Hadid. We have mentioned it in one of our previous classes. Aw-Lahwan Infaddu, this is found in Surah Al-Jumu'ah. So the application is that when we observe this surah very well, the one in Surah Al-Anbiya, we can say وَكَذَلِكَ نُوجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ نُوجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. We can see this is nun fatia waw madi nu, but on top of this wa, you will observe there is a nun that is written, a very small nun. And the implication of this is that what we are going to do here is that we are going to apply the ruling of maddu al-jaiz al-munfasil. That is what we are going to apply here, meaning that this maddi can be pronounced in 2 seconds or 4 or 5. Now, or 5. We can make it 2, 4, 5, which means we can say no, or we say no, or we say no, which is 5. So we say وَكَذَلِكَ نُوجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. So if what we are reading is al-ishba', that is we are reading maddu, in that case we are going to say وَكَذَلِكَ نُوجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Then when we are doing tawassut, that is when it is 4 harakat, we say وَكَذَلِكَ نُوجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. That is 4. Then for 2, وَكَذَلِكَ نُوجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَكَذَلِكَ نُوجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَكَذَلِكَ نُوجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. So we say وَكَذَلِكَ نُوجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَكَذَلِكَ نُوجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَكَذَلِكَ نُوجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. So that is it. Then the next one is Hamza in Etuni. So the normal thing when we said, inshallah, this has to do with sarf. Inshallah, in subsequent lessons, we are going to talk about this in detail. But as we said, that practical tajweed is what we want to learn in this our series. So when we look at this is Hamza with Sukoon. And we know that whenever we have after Hamzatul Waslu, there is another letter with Sukoon. What will determine what we are going to give this Hamza is the third letter. And this is 1, 2, 3. This is the third letter. And the third letter is having Dhamma. In that case, what we are supposed to give initially is that we give this one Dhamma. But we say O2, we say O2, we say O2, O2, O2. That is what we are supposed to say. And sometimes we can say I2, I2, I2. But in this case, there is an exception. We are not going to say O. What we are going to say is, we are going to say I. We are going to say I. Then after that, this Hamza, we are going to change it to Harf Maddi. We are going to change it to Harf Maddi. And the Harf Maddi, alladhi nasaba kasra, huwa ya. So it is as if we have, here alif kasra I, yawmadi I. So that is what we are going to pronounce. We are going to say ituni. We are going to say ituni, 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 ituni bi kitabi min qabli hadha, ituni bi kitabi min qabli hadha, ituni, ituni. We don't say ituni. It is a common mistake that people recite ituni, ituni, but we say ituni bi kitabim min qabli hadha aw athara, ituni, ituni, ituni. We say I. We don't say I. No, we say ituni. So that is that for one. In Surah Al-Ahqaf, Surah Al-Ahqaf, Quran chapter 46. Then the next one is Bismillahi Majiraha. That is the normal recitation. Bismillahi Majiraha, Majiraha wa Mursaha. But in this case, in Surah Hud, verse 41, what we are going to do here is that we are going to give it al-imalatu al-kubra. We are going to make it al-imalatu al-kubra, and that is to say a. Inshallah, in the future, when we are learning about riwayah to warsh, inshallah, we are going to know al-imala. But what we want to say in essence, practically, is that whenever we get to this portion of the Quran in Surah Hud, verse 41, we are going to say a. We are going to say a. So we say majere, majere, majereha. Bismillahi majereha wa mursaha. Wa qala rukabu fiha. Bismillahi majereha wa mursaha. وقال اركبوا فيها بسم الله مجريها ومرساها وقال اركبوا فيها بسم الله مجريها مجريها ريها. So that is that. Then the other one is tasheel. Tasheel. Here in Surah Fussilat, Surah Fussilat, Surah Fussilat, verse 44. We are going to have, this is Hamza, then this is Alif, then this is Ainu with Sukoon. Initially, this is another Hamza too. This is another Hamza, Alif with Hamza, because A'jamiyun, A'jamiyun. So this is istifham, a word that is used to ask question. Then wa'arabi, jamiyun. That is the primary word there. But there is this Hamza, then we are going to make tasheel. Tasheel. We are going to make tasheel. And tasheel is also another topic, broad topic under riwayah to warsh. When we are talking about riwayah of warsh, inshallah, we are going to look at tasheel in detail. But what we are going to do here is that we are going to make this one to be muddy. This one is muddy. That is the way it is written in the Quran. So once we say, as if for instance we say which is Hamza Fatia Alif muddy, but we make it longer. We make it longer. So in that case, we say a. So we have the ayn sukun at the end. Then Jamiyun wa Arabi. Jamiyun wa Arabi. Then we say Jamiyun wa Arabi. Jamiyun wa Arabi. أعجمي وعربي ولو جعلناه قرآنا أعجميا لقالوا لولا فصلت آياته أعجمي وعربي أعجمي وعربي. So that is the way to recite this. Then we have لا تأمنا لا تأمنا لا تأمنا. So when we look at this, the initial word is لا تأمننا لا تأمننا مأنونا مأنونا. That is the primary word, and that is found in Surah 2 Yusuf, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us about Yusuf and his brother, and that can be found in verse 11. قالوا يا أبانا ما لك لا تأمنا على يوسف وإنا له لناصحون. So here we can see لا تأمنا. We can see that after the mim fatiha, there is a circular shape which is in form of this on top of the mim before the nun that has shadda. So in this case, when we want to recite, we are not going to say la ta'manna, la ta'manna. No, we have to show the symbol, and this is called al-ishmam. Al-ishmam. That is, we know that it is la ta'manuna. Before the nun, the first nun is inserted into the other. So we have to show it with our lip. We have to show it. We say man, man, manna, manna, manna. It is only people that can see. We observe this haraka, this vowel. La ta'manna, manna, 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 manna. We can see the mouth. ما لك لا تأمنا لا تأمنا منا منا منا. That is the way to recite it, inshallah. ما لك لا تأمنا على يوسف لا تأمنا على يوسف. نعم. Then the next one is Bi'salismul fusuq. We have mentioned this in one of the classes. Bi'sa. And we said this is al-ismu. Al. Then the Hamzatul Waslu. And we said this Hamzatul Waslu is Sukoon. This Hamza is having Sukoon. Why this lam is having Sukoon? So we have two lam together, two sukun together, iltiqai sakinain, and in that case, what will happen is that the second sukun, which is the lam, which is having sukun, we are going to give it kesra. We are going to give it kesra, then we omit the first one. In that case, we say alismu. We say alismu. We say alismu. Alismu. We say alismu. So this lam, we are going to give it kesra. We don't give this lam any other kesra. So we say alismu. So there is bisa before alismu. In that case, because there is alismu, then we now say bisali. We don't say that again. We say bisalismul fusuku. That is Surah Al-Hujurat. Then another one is awrahbaniyata. أو رهبانية. That town is Fatiha with Nun Sukoon. So, and we can see, we said Hamzatul Waslu, when found at the middle of a word, we don't pronounce it. So we have Ba with Sukoon. So there is Ba with Sukoon and Nun with Sukoon. So in that case, we are going to give this Nun Kesra, while the Ba will remain with Sukoon. In that case, we have Nibe. Then from here we say Rohbaniyata, ta, Nibe, ta, Nibe. So we have أو رهبانية ابتدعوها ورهبانية ابتدعوها. Likewise, أو لهوان. So on top of this there is wa and nun sukun. That nun sukun, there is another nun sukun. The first one we give it kesra, it become أو لهواني. Then with the sukun neon faddu, awla wa neon faddu. So these are examples. So we are going to recite it once again. We can say wa kadhalika nunjil mu'minin. So we elongate it. If we elongate this, then this is ituni bi kitabim min qabli hadha Bismillahi majriha a'jamiyyun wa arabi la ta'manna. Then bi'sal ismul fusuq ba'da al-iman wa rahbaniyatan ibtada'uha ورهبانية ابتدعوها أو لهوا انفضوا إليها. بارك الله فيكم.